Hello, welcome back to our channel, where we talk about fitness and health. This is episode 4 of The Beginner Roadmap for Muscle Gain.
All right, let's dive right in. Today we're building the ultimate nutrition blueprint for gaining muscle, a simple, science-backed plan. If you feel like you're spinning your wheels in the gym, putting in all that work but not seeing it pay off, then stick around. This is the missing piece you've been searching for. Let's do this. Does this feel a little too familiar? You're hitting your workouts, you're not skipping days, you're pushing hard, but when you look in the mirror, nothing's really changing. Well, here's the hard truth. You just can't out-train a bad diet. When it comes to building muscle, your nutrition isn't just part of the game, it's the whole foundation. But don't worry, we're gonna break this down and make it super simple. Here's our 5-step roadmap for today. First step, we're gonna figure out your calories. Then we'll talk about balancing your macros. After that, we'll get practical and show you how to actually build your plate. We'll even cut through all the noise on supplements, and finally, we'll cover how to track and adjust everything to make sure you're getting results. Okay, first things first, calories. It's really that simple. Think of calories as the raw energy your body absolutely needs to build new muscle. Without enough of this fuel in the tank, even the best workout plan on the planet is gonna fall flat. This is why getting your calorie number right is the most critical first step. Finding your target calorie intake is a really straightforward 3-part process. First, we've got to figure out how many calories you need just to stay the same weight you are right now. That's your maintenance. Then we add a little extra on top, a surplus, to give your body the resources to grow. And finally, the most important part, we track and verify to make sure the numbers are actually working for you. So how do you find your maintenance calories? It's surprisingly easy. Just take your body weight in pounds and multiply it by the number that best describes your daily life outside of the gym. So if you have a desk job but you work out a few times a week, that moderately active multiplier of 15 is a fantastic starting point. For a 180-pound person, that's 2,700 calories. Easy, right? That's your baseline. Okay, now to actually build muscle, you have to eat more than that maintenance number. But how much more? You don't want to go crazy. The sweet spot, the magic window, is about 300 to 500 extra calories a day. This gives your body just enough extra fuel to build muscle efficiently without packing on a bunch of unwanted body fat. This is the key to a successful lean bulk. So we've got our calorie target, great, but the type of calories you eat is just as important as the total number. This is where macronutrients come in. You know them as protein, carbs, and fats. These are literally the building blocks your body uses for everything. As you can see, a solid muscle-building diet is all about balance. Carbs are your main energy source. They're the fuel for those tough workouts. Protein? Well, that's non-negotiable for repairing and growing muscle tissue. And healthy fats? They're absolutely crucial for hormone production, including the very hormones you need to build muscle in the first place. Let's put some specific numbers on that. For protein, the muscle builder, you're gonna aim for somewhere around 0.8 to 1 gram for every pound you weigh. For carbs, your fuel, shoot for 2 to 3 grams per pound. And for fats, your hormone support system, about 0.3 to 0.5 grams per pound is perfect. Now, if you only remember one of these, make it the protein. Hitting your protein goal every day is the top priority. So how do you actually hit these big numbers? With real whole foods. This is basically your shopping list. You've got your lean proteins, your quality carbs, your healthy fats. And notice how some foods, like salmon or whole eggs, pull double duty, giving you both protein and healthy fats. Awesome, right? Making these foods the core of what you eat is the simplest way to win. Okay, so we've covered the what and the how much. Now let's get down to brass tacks. How do we turn all these numbers and targets into actual meals that you can cook and, enjoy eating? A simple 4-meal structure like this works wonders for most people. You kick off the day with protein and carbs for good, sustained energy. Lunch is kind of similar, just throw in some veggies. Right before your workout, you want some carbs that hit you fast for immediate fuel. And then for dinner, a nice balanced meal with protein, carbs, and fats to help you recover overnight. It's a really simple, effective rhythm to get into. All right, let's talk about the big one, supplements. It's like the Wild West out there, right? So much marketing, so much hype. But honestly, the science is super clear on what actually works and what's just a waste of your hard-earned money. Let's separate the facts from the fiction so you can spend smart. Seriously, pay close attention here, because this slide could save you hundreds of dollars. On the left, you've got the proven winners. Creatine is the most studied, most effective supplement for strength and muscle, period. Protein powder is great for convenience. Vitamin D and caffeine, they have real documented benefits. Everything on the right, yeah, pretty much a waste of money if your diet is on point. Just remember the golden rule. Supplements are there to supplement a good diet, not to replace it. And here we are, the final step. This is the one that ties everything together and basically guarantees you'll get results. It's all about creating your own personal feedback loop. You know the saying, what gets measured gets managed? This is where we make small, smart changes based on what your body is actually doing. So here's how this cycle works. First, just track what you eat for a couple of weeks to get some baseline data. Second, weigh yourself just once a week. First thing in the morning is best, same conditions every time. Third, look at the weekly average, not the day-to-day jumps. Your weight will fluctuate, that's normal. If you're gaining about a half a pound to a pound a week, you are in the perfect zone. If not, just make a tiny tweak, add or subtract 200 to 300 calories, and then repeat the process. Simple as that. And please, remember, this is not about being perfect. The real secret here is just being consistent over the long haul. That's where the 80-20 rule is so powerful. As long as 80% of your food is coming from good, whole food sources, you can absolutely have that other 20% for the fun stuff you love. That flexibility is what makes this whole thing sustainable for life, not just for a few weeks. So if you've been zoning out, come on back to me for this one. If you only take away 3 things today, let it be these. Number 1, you have to be in a calorie surplus. You gotta give your body more energy than it burns. 2, make hitting your protein goal your number 1 priority every single day. And 3, use tracking to make smart, data-driven adjustments. That's it. That's the core of the whole blueprint. So there you have it, the complete plan. You know what to do, you know how to do it. The only real question left is the one on your screen. You're already putting in the hard work in the gym. Isn't it time you finally put this last piece of the puzzle into place and unlock the results you've been working so hard for?
Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, which give us motivation to make better content for you. See you in the next episode.